Hi people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is about how to prepare current affairs for banking examinations, and more particularly how to prepare current affairs for the upcoming SBI Junior Associates examination. Towards the later part of the video, I will also talk about how I personally prepared current affairs last year and how I managed to clear IBPS PO, RBPO and RBI Grade B prelims. So before starting the video, I would like to tell that this video is not for people who are already experienced in these examinations because they know how things work. This is only for the people who have just started their preparation or are in the beginning phase, who have just maybe spent an year or even less than that. Because I have seen that when I was starting, there was a lot of confusion how to start. Will I be able to cover everything through one source and everything? So I am just going to clear those things out over here. So yeah, let's begin. So the first thing that you need to know is what actually is current affairs and what are the various components that come into it. So everything that is happening around you, that is current affairs. I mean, everyday things like signing of MOUs, winning of medals by Indian sports persons, and movies and awards, everything, these are all current affairs. But does it mean that you have to know what Mamata Banerjee said about Narendra Modi and what BJP said about Congress? No, it is not a part of your syllabus. You just need to know the things that are of national importance or of state importance or are related to the banking industry. So you don't have to go very far in search of all these news. There are various sources like Affairs Cloud, GK Today, Study IQ, and then Adda 247 and various other sources which compile all these news and they present it to you in a very concise manner. So I hope you have this understanding of what is current affairs. Now, how to study current affairs and how many sources should you follow? So if you have understood what is current affairs, you must have also understood that things that are happening every day will not change for different people. If suppose State Bank signs an MOU with Punjab National Bank, that is going to be reported as it is in Adda 247 also, in Affairs Cloud also, in Study IQ also, and all the other sources. So this is the first thing to notice. Do not start judging various sources on which one is better or which one is, not covering all the current affairs, because every source covers all the current affairs. Nobody leaves out anything, because the current affairs is same for everybody. The things that are happening today, that have happened yesterday, they are going to be same for all the sources and everybody is going to cover them. The difference is that some sources provide you extra static affairs, static part of the current affairs. So that is the difference between some of the sources. So anyway, moving further, how should you strategize your preparation for the next 30 days maybe that is left until the examination, or even examinations that are going to come after this? So if you would have seen the various PDFs of Affairs Cloud, Study IQ, GK Today, you would have known that Study IQ is the smallest and Affairs Cloud is the biggest PDF among all of these. What Study IQ does is, Gaurav Garg is a person, he makes the PDFs himself, I believe. So what he does is he picks up 19 or 18 important questions every day and compiles them for the 30 days and then releases those PDFs. So he releases monthly PDFs and they all contain 19 questions of each day. So that is one source. Another source is Affairs Cloud. What Affairs Cloud does is it separates news on banking awareness based on defense, based on national importance, and then it presents a very detailed review of every piece of news in them. So Affairs Cloud is a very huge source. It is more than 400-500 pages every month. So when you are just starting, you might find it very hard to go through that Affairs Cloud PDF. I find it hard even now. So what should be the correct approach? So the correct approach is starting from a smaller source and then moving towards a bigger source. So what I mean by this is, suppose you study from Study IQ. So what will happen is you will go through 19 most important current affairs of each day from the Study IQ PDF. So once you have completed the Study IQ PDF, and after that when you go to Affairs Cloud, what will happen is when you are studying Affairs Cloud, you would already know some of the portions of the detailed review that is present in Affairs Cloud from your study of Study IQ. So you would be able to reduce your time that you put in studying Affairs Cloud. So let me be more elaborative over here. So Study IQ has one-liners, right? So if you have studied that one-liner, so you would be now familiar with the news. So if you see news related to that, it will be more easy for you to grasp it. So once you have completed Study IQ and then you move to Affairs Cloud, you will find that most of the news what is present there, you are already familiar with it because of Study IQ, and you are already knowing one-liners, the most important parts of those news in Affairs Cloud. So studying the remaining portion becomes relatively easy. So this is the most effective method that I have found for studying current affairs so far, starting from a smaller source and then covering the larger source, because they all cover the same thing. It's just that their method of presenting is different. Study IQ presents in one-liner form, Affairs Cloud presents in a full paragraph, so it contains a little bit of extra information as well. So study from Study IQ first and then go to Affairs Cloud. So this should be your strategy for now. Now how I prepared last year, I'm going to tell you about this. So last year I did not have much time. I had around on 17th I had my SEBI grade A prelims, and in that I did not study current affairs, and I actually got 0 marks in current affairs in SEBI grade A prelims. That was on 17th of January. But I had my RRB PO mains and IBPS PO mains just 10 days after that, 10-12 days after that, and I had to study current affairs in those days only. So what I did was I studied from Study IQ PDFs only, and no other source I followed. So I covered past 3 months from Study IQ in those 10 days, and I got around 11 marks in RRB PO mains. The cutoff was around 4 or 5 marks for current affairs for GA. In IBPS PO I got 21 or 22 marks, and the cutoff there was around 10 marks. And in RBI grade B prelims I got around 24 marks out of 80, and the cutoff there was also around 16 marks for general awareness. So studying only one-liners from Study IQ fetched me decent marks. I was able to clear the individual cutoffs and also the overall cutoffs in all of these examinations. So if you combine Study IQ with Affairs Cloud, then you're definitely all set for the examination. So this was about the video. If you have any more doubts, please join me on Telegram. I will post the Telegram group link below this video, and also please like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.